Well, howdy, y'all. This is Market Explainer. We are the business news podcast. Now, let me tell you about something that isn't a conspiracy. That's Big Man Gear. Big Man Gear was started by this guy, Big Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's everything that he thinks is funny.
Everything I think is funny. What can you get better than that?
Everything that I think is corny. But it's on t-shirts. He has a t-shirt brand. You can go to bigmangear.com. It'll send you to the Amazon store. Order stuff. It shows up Amazon Prime. That's if you're an Amazon Prime member.
That's right.
And I don't know who you think you're dealing with. Not only am I an Amazon Prime member, I'm a Costco Gold member. Okay.
Of course you are.
Yes. This next one, pretty interesting, pretty easygoing, pretty laid back story. Our good friends over at Reddit
I love Reddit.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love Reddit? Our good friends over at Reddit, and there's a lot of apps that kind of do what this does, but they are going to create a TikTok type feed on the iOS app for Reddit. And so you can consume content like a maniac, because, Reddit wasn't already a time stuck where you just fall down a rabbit hole.
I sent you this story because I think it has two things that are very important. There are a lot of companies out there, Facebook, Instagram, they're all trying to develop these TikTok type clones where you can very easily go from video to video, right? That kind of thing.
Right.
And that kind of stuff. I think what is different, and the reason I thought this story was worth talking about, is because Reddit has something that I don't think Facebook and Instagram and these other platforms have. And that is, I think Reddit has proven that its base is so much wider than a Facebook, so much wider. And when I say wider, I mean more diverse. Yeah. All over the world and stuff like that. I think their base is way more loyal than an Instagram or a Facebook or whatever. People will use these other platforms. They always come back to Reddit. I mean, get down into any comment section of any subreddit, and you see the loyalty. These people come back and back and back and comment and engage and whatever. And they talk about these other platforms on Reddit, right? So that kind of loyalty gives them a real shot at taking on something like a TikTok. Now, the problem comes in is, and the biggest question mark currently, this is only available on iOS. It's not currently available on Android if you have an Android. They started with iOS. You can actually... You can actually get to it when you go to your actual Reddit app page. There's going to be a little video button next to the search bar at the top. That's how you get to it, right? It's all in beta stage right now. You may not actually have access to it, even if you do have Apple, but that's where they're starting. They're rolling it out slowly like anybody should. The problem, and I don't say it's a problem, I'm just saying when you get technology people and something new rolls out, people start asking questions. Like on TikTok, we all know that they have an algorithm that decides based on what you viewed the most, you'll probably like this. It's called the For You page, right? However, every time that Reddit has been currently asked by 3 different journal companies out there, how are you deciding what people see, where these videos are coming from, Reddit has politely declined to respond.
Well, I mean, the subheading of this article that we pulled up from The Verge is that it's going to be from some subreddits that you follow and some that you don't. Right. And it's going to be a collection of videos from those subreddits. I think that the entire techverse saw how addicting TikTok is and realized if they can't figure out how to glue people to their phone, to their website or their app, they're going to lose, because the wide world of things that are on TikTok blow my mind. And I don't even have TikTok, right? I see things that are gathered from TikTok and then put on Instagram or YouTube or something. And I think that like companies like Reddit, and Reddit is one of those companies that has really had staying power, unlike other apps, unlike other services, unlike other websites. Reddit's been around for a while. And in the last year and subsequently dealing in the kind of political, social
Mm-hmm.
realm, they've had some unhappiness or some whatever, and they've lost some audience for that reason. And so I think they need to do something to kind of keep staying relevant. And here's why I think this is it's just stupid enough to work, right? But what Reddit did differently that made it interesting was you could build your own. You could go build a community of people,
Right.
and I think the more they get away from that initial mission, because their Reddit is really the only the only site that really does that effectively and well. The more they get away from that mission, the more doomed they are.
I think this is on that mission, and here's why
You
I
think
think that
so?
way. Because
Okay.
if I can take, and I think this is where Reddit, if I'm right, this is not only very opportunistic, but
Yeah.
on that going back to a core value, because I can take, if I can get you on, and look, TikTok is ADD, you know what I mean,
It's
lover's
designed for
dream,
people
right?
it's designed for
Because
people
it's 30, 60 seconds,
Yeah,
go to the
whatever.
next, go to the next, go to the next. And it's a variety, so you're not getting bored, right? And that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. They are taking something like that, and then they can shove in because people are posting TikToks on Reddit all day long. I see
They
it
already
all
got
the
the
time.
content.
So they
got the
saw this
content,
content coming in from TikTok. So they're like, wait a minute, why not just let them get that here versus bringing it from somewhere else? And two, by not announcing where they're getting the other things, I'm getting you to try out subreddits.
Right.
So I'm getting you, if I can get enough
Deeper into my
videos
product.
of
Yeah.
let's say you subscribe to the movies Reddit, if I can get
Yeah.
you enough videos from a television subreddit, which is
Right.
adjacent to what you already subscribe to, maybe you go and subscribe to that as well. So I think if they do it intelligently from an algorithm standpoint,
Right.
they can shove in enough like subreddits to what you're already onto and then increase your engagement.
Right. And if there's one regret that I have in my life, it's that I didn't get more into Reddit in like 2007.
No, I
Right.
agree completely. I agree completely. But the
Because
comments,
there's so many waves that I missed as an entrepreneur, as a content creator, because Reddit was on the wave first and I caught it late. And there's a lot of
dude,
stuff that I regret
AMC, the
about.
whole Wall Street bets thing at the beginning of this
Yes.
year,
Yes.
all came from Reddit. I mean, that Reddit was on. Who's the big the stock guy, Kramer, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know, like Reddit. Reddit made its
Cramer.
way into him, right?
Yeah, I
like
know.
that's so he had to sit down and talk about it, which I'm sure chapped his ass that he's got to sit down and talk about.
Which makes me happy for some reason.
Right.
Because I'm a broken
Nobody's on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
Making a stock go up and this kind of stuff. So I'm sure he had a whole lot of fun with that. But that's the power of when you have a loyal fan base, an interactive fan base, right? And that kind of stuff. And if you've never been to Reddit, it's just reddit.com. Go there now and do yourself a favor, much like if you are a TikTok user or whatever, some of the gold that is in it is in the comments section. Just take anything you enjoy, any picture you enjoy, any meme you enjoy, click on the comments and just start reading, because there is gold in them there hills, and you will stay on the same thing for hours.
Yeah, and in many ways it's 4chan for normies, so that's interesting.
4chan people say that, but I was never a big fan of 4chan. I was always on Team Reddit. Way better platform.
I've never embraced either. No, but like when you sent me this story, I thought it was, I think, my personal headline that was like, just stupid enough to work.
Yep.
Right. And because they had some controversy over the years. And again, I think that, and here's what I think. I think if someone developed a subscription only Reddit where you can because Reddit, you can pretty much do whatever, but they've had to clamp down over the years because of just the insanity
and the freedoms. I mean, you could have anything
and it's still,
on.
There are plenty of NSFW subreddits. I remember somebody who he had connected his Facebook account was Reddit. I don't remember exactly how he did it or what happened. But he was liking or he was following a bunch of dirty subreddits, and it kept popping up in his Facebook feed.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, guy, I think you're going to lose your job as a youth pastor at church. I think you're going to lose that job.
Well,
he did.
There's entire YouTube channels, and I'm talking about YouTube channels with millions of subscribers that are nothing but automated channels that take the top 10 business subreddit things and read them out loud. So you don't have to read them or talk about them or whatever. I mean, it is that popular. It is that people have shown, at least right now in the last 5 to 10 years, that they crave more content from Reddit. Right. Because it's a system that's based on up and down votes, right?
Yeah.
It gets into your timeline because it's been upvoted a certain amount of time, and it buries the stuff that gets downvoted based on the users. So if it gets to you, it means it's relevant to you and it's been upvoted for you with people like you.
And listen, Reddit has survived. Like, it beat StumbleUpon, right? Who even remember? I mean, StumbleUpon used to be a thing. It beat Dig, right? There's so many websites that kind of started, but it somehow outlasted everybody. Yep. And you have to appreciate its ability to do that without really, unlike Facebook, unlike other places, without really shifting its core business, which is their subreddits. It's impressive, and so I get that what they're trying to do here in maintaining that by
and still being a primarily text-based system, right? You get onto Reddit and you read. That is what 99% of it is. Yes, there's pictures. Yes, there's videos, right, and stuff like that. But its primary business is the interaction, the comments between users, right, and whatever it is. That's where it is.
And let me tell you something. I think whoever calculated this, but some of the top 10 podcasts are from creators that were springboarded off Reddit. Like H3H3 was massive on Reddit, and they exist today as one of the world's most recognized podcasts because of Reddit. So for that reason alone, credit to Reddit, that they were able to launch so many careers. Hey, why aren't we spending more time on Reddit?
Well, apparently we need a market explainer subreddit. It's like anything else. It takes time. You have to build an audience, and you have to interact with that audience, which is what H3H3 did, right, in the beginning. And then once you build a certain audience, that audience follows you from platform to platform to platform. It just does.